Hello! We're doing something a little different today. Hello, welcome to a Monday stream, not a watch-along stream, because we usually do a watch-along on Mondays. We're not doing that today. It's related to it. We're going to be doing a tier list of analog horror. I don't know if you heard me. I accidentally clicked my tongue. It'd be like that. We're going to be doing a tier list of analog horror. It may also be research for future watch-alongs. You don't know that, though. No one told you that. It wasn't me. It wasn't me at all. Who came up to that with your own collusion? Collusion? Not conclusion, collusion. But yes, we're doing a little bit different today. We're gonna be doing that. I have two tier lists. They're both slightly different from each other, so I was like, perfect. This is all we need. There's 100. I think, well, not counting duplicates. We gotta count duplicates with this. There's like 200 analog horrors, and I'm like, that's crazy. Can we first off say that? I didn't realize there was so many analog horror style things out there, but I always forget how much of a medium that was when it first came out. So this is gonna be enlightening for me. As someone who watched a lot of horror stuff on the channel, analog horror I think still eludes me a little bit because I glanced at it and I was like, I don't know. I don't know how many I know of these. That's what we're going to be doing today. Should be interesting. I'm hoping I know them. I'm hoping I know more than I've watched. But knowing my luck, probably not. But you know, it's what happens whenever you feel confident about yourself, especially to me. I do this a lot. Whenever I feel confident about myself, I get humbled so fast. So that's going to be great. That's going to be fantastic. I'm going to get so humbled by this situation. I don't even have my list up. I'm a pro content person, man. Yeah, no, I feel like we could talk about it for at least a couple hours. Let's see. Because there's a lot. There's a lot of different ones out there that I had no clue of. There's a lot of analog media. Not all of them get credited or become popular, like Local 58, WCLV, DT, and Marble Hornets. True. I have a pet peeve though with Marble Hornets classified as like analog horror, and we'll talk about that when we get to that section, because like titles, I guess, you know, titles have meaning to only the people that want to use them, but I don't consider it that. It's more found footage. I'll get into it. I don't need to be talking about that for like 20 odd minutes. But you're right. But yeah, there's a lot of media out there. I'm also recording this. Just a little side note. Say, if you're not here on the live stream, say hi to the YouTube video format. I'll blur out your names for your confidentiality, if that helps. I'll protect your identities, chats. I swear to God, I will. So let's start with the first one we got here. The ultimate internet horror series / videos tier list maker. A list of as much old internet horror, analog horror, digital horror. This is one I like most because it is like everything, but it's not just analog horror. But I looked through it. Most of it is. It used to be called the ultimate analog horror tier list because I intended mostly analog horror and some really funny obscure ones, but I think because the definitions become so messed up, it's kind of impossible to classify a lot of these so far. So for now, it's just internet horror. That's perfect. All right, so starting from the top, I'm sure I know these immediately. 1976. I don't know this one already. I've never heard of this. I'm also not going to be afraid to do research on this because I'm like, these are going to be potential like watch-alongs as well, because I need more ones and I'm down to explore. I've never heard of 1976. What is 19? Okay, what is it? 19? What is it? It's a YouTube channel. So it is a YouTube channel. Okay, this is episode 1. Home of Jackie and I wish. Can I have a wiki? I'll look it up later. But can I have a wiki? Project 1976 wiki. This wiki documents everything you need to know about the world of Project 1976. A psychological Five Nights at Freddy's horror fan series. There is a lot of like FNAF horror series on these lists, by the way. I know there's like a couple that are actually like canon, if I understand correctly. There's like one that's actually canon that came out like 5 years ago, because I was doing it on my own real research, right, on what the fuck these are, because like a FNAF analog horror is crazy to me. but it makes sense. It did technically start in 1985 in the lore, if I understand it correctly, or was it 84? The Bite of 84? Yeah. And then there was like wasn't there one before that? I mean, like, obviously, this one's supposed to be taking place in that, but nonetheless. In the 1976 crew, okay. Is there some, like I mean, that's all the synopsis I needed. It's a FNAF horror series. Okay. Yeah, I have no opinions on that. I'm gonna have to leave it. This is what I thought was funny because I'm like, I'm looking at these. I don't know half of these. Channel 7, Evanston Media Center were the best, but it's so sad that their videos were unlisted after the controversy on Twitter. What was the controversy on Twitter? Eventide Media Center came, but a couple of their episodes were not there. What's going on with like the horror scene? I only like the media. I'm not in deep like that. I'm becoming more in deep like that when like watching stuff, but like what happened? Well, I'm gonna have to leave that. This looks interesting. I'll have to check that out. Analog Archives, again, I don't know. I am not a horror content creator no more. This is basically it. I don't know horror content anymore. I should not even call myself that. I am a visitor. I'm LARPing, apparently, as the kids would say. I'm LARPing over here. I'm LARPing. I would say it just like that. Analog Archives. Let's look that up. I thought that was like not like in a mini-series in the Tempest Films universe. What the fuck is the Tempest Films universe? The successor to Channel 7? Huh? Is there an interconnected world now? What is happening? I'm learning. I don't know shit, Chad. We're like 10 minutes into the stream and I don't know anything. I didn't realize how deep the rabbit hole could go. I'm learning there's successors? I'm like, what is happening? It sounds like for me, like there was a whole storm like of analog horror. There was a hurricane and apparently I was in like South Dakota or some shit across the country, not even knowing it was happening. What the hell? The series faced some controversy and was taken down by the creator due to the backlash of an episode called Crimson Creek, which had a monster attack covered up as a school shooting. I mean, it's a little dark, but like maybe it's just me. I think that's not that crazy. Out of all the controversies I've heard, maybe that's just me. I think that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have an opinion on it, but I'm like, that doesn't sound too crazy. I've heard crazier shit when it comes to like controversies, but like I mean that's a little dark, don't get me wrong, but like I don't know. Story of Analog Archives have a set timeline, which most of the recordings happen sometime between 1980s and the 2010s. Okay. Again, with District 3 yet interconnected stories of the Tempest universe. I'm gonna have to go down a rabbit hole. What is the Tempest film universe? Tempest short films? Is this it? Of the main content of the Tempest Films channel, these stories are broken down into seasons, starting with season 1, The Storm. Every season is around 10 episodes, and the theme to go along with them. Is this it? I don't know. Channel User Archive, unofficial archive. Are they gone too? What's up with everyone's content just leaving the internet? I have questions. Okay, whatever. This is already going off the rails for me because like I have no clue. I feel like I have not known much. Crazy. Now, Basewood County, I have heard of. I can't compliment on these, and I can't even give like a joke. I have no knowledge on this. So Basewood County, I can't even like give an opinion until like here. And I still have not seen these two, but I know of them. This is like the saddest tier list ever. I thought I knew things. Humbled as always. I don't know anything. This is also / research, but you didn't hear it from me, chat. So Basewood County. I thought Basewood County was involved with like Mandela. I thought it was a Mandela thing. Basewood County is an internet horror analog series created and written by Darkmind. Basewood. That's a photo and a half. Currently available on YouTube. First is uploaded 22 like dash 2022. Being humanoid alert, shortly followed by the detective Jeff Oberson tapes, and identity theft. That says so much about what this is. Thank you. Summary. Basewood County founds the fictional Basewood County deal with a danger to humanity in the form of beings known as humanoids. A creature from a different realm that can take the bodies of humans as a vessel. The following is the episode watch guide. It's not a lot. I guess we'll have to check that out too. I'm curious. I don't know. This like gives off like immediately. God, it's only 20 minutes long. Damn. We'll have to do like a mini watch along day where we watch a bunch of like miniature series and I can make videos on them. So we're 3 for 3. We're 0 3 out of so far. If I could talk, 0 out of 3. I don't know them. Also, what the fuck is Billy Wiggly? Billy Wiggly. Billy Wiggles. Wiggle? Billy Wiggle? I want to say Billy Wiggly. I don't know why. English language is hard, chat. I don't know what I'm saying. Can I have a wiki? I'm gonna have to look up your channel. What is it? Orange Man? Yeah, this is like helping so much. Whoever made this. This is what I get for not doing. I love that the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy wiki pops up, but not like this character. We had it a couple times. Okay. Is it this channel? I don't think it is. This is like something else entirely. This does not help me at all. All right, 0 out of 4. Great start. Birdhouse Dolls. Don't know them either. We're hitting niche. We're hitting niche in a niche, and that's funny to me. That's absolutely hilarious. Do you have a wiki at least? Or are you just that obscure? Like, no, they don't even have one. Okay. Birdhouse Collection 1985 original tape. I don't want to watch it. I just want to know who made it. Just give me answers. I came to see what analog horror is the best and which one is the worst. You come to the wrong place. I think you should watch all of these before you rate them. No, that makes too much sense. Why? I mean, I'm not even rating them. That's why they're not on the board. But I disagree. I didn't realize how obscure this got. I am here to learn that I am a noob. A noob cat boy who does not know. Even though I've watched like 30 of them, apparently there's way more than just 30 of them. Well, we're gonna have to watch them and then maybe. I am being humbled. I am eating humble pie as we speak. Well, wow, that is a lot. We've watched a lot too. Like, look at the playlist. We have a watch along. There's like 33. Granted, there is like 2 or 3 that are like 3 to 4 episodes, but still, we've watched a lot. I thought I've watched a lot. Apparently I have not. Okay, where's the channel? I don't know if it's like great if I like, okay, fuck. Are you on the wiki? You're not even on the wiki. Who made this list? You went too niche. Blue channel. Also have never heard of. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board. We're gonna have to do a lot of watches, apparently. I can't even have an opinion on most of these. It is crazy. All right, whatever. That's the whole point. We're learning today. Okay, so what the fuck is Blue channel? Oh, you got a wiki at least, so you were semi-interesting, I guess. Analog horror series by Gooseworks. Oh, I didn't know they made an analog horror. I guess that makes sense. Wow, analog horror really was one of those things where like people just dabbled in for a hot minute. That's cool. The same one who made it, yeah, Digital Circus. That's cool. That's, that really says a lot, like of how big analog horror was at the time. I did not know that Gooseworks made a analog horror. The more you know. All right, well, I still can't add nothing. Okay, Born Globe, Hornglow? What the fuck is that name? Hornglow. Is that real? I don't think that's real. That can't be a real one. Is a popular joke and meme character from the online analog horror creepypasta communities. Okay, so we're going deep, apparently. What if Hornglow is a film? Okay, all right, cool. All right. Okay, so I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0 out of 7, do not know. If this was baseball, I think they would ask me to retire. If this was baseball, I think they would ask me to retire. How'd you get struck out 7 times in a row, like, repeatedly? That's crazy. How'd you do that? I'm like, well, it's a gift to be this unknowledgeable. And I take pride in that. I do. All right, Broadside Beach. So Broadside Beach, I do know. There's only reason I know about this is because of what it became. So Broadside Beach, I'm pretty sure the YouTube is still up, right? Yes. So give it a little bit of context to this. Yes, there is only 4 videos. However, here's the thing about it. You may recognize some of this. This was a analog horror beginning initially. It was abandoned for the video format to become the game called Shipwreck 64, which is a ARG style, like complicated puzzle video game made by the same creator, made by Squeaks, who was 16 at the time. Fun fact, I learned this from watching a Nightmine video many moons ago, when he did a video on Shipwreck 64. Started off as a analog horror style of a amusement park, I believe, like a water amusement park, and things happen, like terrible things happen, murders or some shit like that. However, it was abandoned, and it became something else, and then it became something else after that, which initially, with the exact same characters, became the game called Shipwreck 64. You can play this. This is a real game that you can play. It's on Steam. I bought this recently because I want to play this game. Yeah, same characters and everything. This came out when Squeaks was 19 years old, by the way. He's a 19-year-old kid, which also was crazy. That's what I know about this one, the history of this. So where would you rank this one? Rank this one. I have not played the game yet. That's on my list. We got 2 other games we're working on right now. I have not played it, but I do know of it. Can I rank it? I would say higher, just purely because of what I know about it. But if I actually had to, like, just on the merit of the creator making it, just to be fair, I feel like I have to give it no more than a B. Just to be fair, because I haven't played it. That's a lot of points on my part that I can't add. But I don't know much else other about it. Also, side note, the creator is making a sequel game, which has a browser demo. I think it was called Hotel Investigation 9. If you like Shipwreck 64, check that out as well. That also has ARG style stuff, also involving with, I think, a lot, like the characters involved with this as well. You know, at least I could get to one where I kind of know and also give you some information about. CHSS, I do know about this one. A lot of people can classify this as the OG. It's been around forever. It is a very old. A lot of people classify this as the very first, like, analog horror, because they've been making videos for like 10 years. Look at this, 10 years old. This has been around a long ass time for what's classified as an analog horror. This is very, very much where a lot of that style comes from, is this style. I actually have watched a little bit of this one, actually. I don't remember if I finished it. I thought it was okay. So this looks like a real world type analog horror. Well, like a lot of like early analog horrors, right, would use old footage from a certain time period on top of it, their own stuff. It wasn't always like user created stuff. A lot of times it was like you would use stock footage, because that was what made it interesting, right? You use stock footage and then like title screens and stuff like that. It's not always, it only became that more when people want to be more creative with it. There is a darker secret in it, if I understand. A lot of like a proper analog horror, you have to piece it together. It was very obscure. Vedic Cairness is the best one in my opinion. The best one. See, I've watched someone talk about that because I could not get into it, but we'll get to it until we get there. Can I have a synopsis of this? That was released in 2016. That's crazy. I forgot that's like 10 years ago. And it has since gained a cult following. It's created by individual content. So he begins a series of instructional videos and advertisements for a mental wellness program sponsored by the U.S. government. However, as the series progresses, it becomes a labyrinth of espionage, corporate dishonesty, and supernatural occurrences. And it's an obscure type of storytelling. Like, weird shit happens. We don't know exactly. Never got a clear answer either, if I understand correctly on that one. Where would I rate Run? You know what? I'm going to have to say C for C. Because, like, I was not the biggest fan of it. For what I remember it, I might have to recheck it out. We might have to do a rewatch of that. I thought it was just fine. I liked what came out of it was really crazy, but like, I don't know. It was just fine to me. It wasn't my cup of tea usually. So we have like 2 channel 17s, by the way. What the fuck is the difference? Channel 7. Ches Kids Arcade Archive? What is that? Chimpy Chimpa. What the fuck are these names? Church of the Fractured Skull. CRT Anomalies. Crystal View Records. Equanet. Employee Tapes Archives. Anemone Lands. Eventide Media Center. Fazbear Toddler Fund. Tyler's Freezeria. Green Mountain Broadcast Center. Rub and Snitch. Harmony and Horror. Elbego Corp 1989. Joe Ann Hopper. John's Chocolate Diner. Jumbo's Wonderland. Little Red's Transfer. The Macro Bay Experiment. My Happiest Days. Mystify Oracle. Neffels Media. Needle Mouse. New Life LLC. Knock Plus 10. Planet Phobos. Richland Rocket Records. Sisterhood of Salvation LLC. Sky Corp Home Video. Slaughter Valley Public Information. Dog Nightmares. I know Dog Nightmares. I actually know this one. I actually watched a little bit. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I actually watched this one. Dog Nightmares is God. It's been a hot minute since I've watched it though. Dog Nightmares, just on a uncomfortable factor, I felt like was really good. Story, I don't know what's going on. It's like, so if I remember correctly, it felt like this creator is almost getting haunted. Yes, dogs have nightmares. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If I understand the premise of it, is that this person who is like almost like getting haunted by made these type of these videos back in the day. So this might be like, so like these are the type of videos back in the day that we used to like go on TV, like the real videos of, I can't remember the creator's name that made them, right? It would just have like this dog, I don't remember the type of, is it Great Dane or something like that? And then like act out like as if like it was a real person. It was a series of like actual like episodes that aired on TV. The person that like made, like uploaded the videos, like the protagonist, like was obsessed with them, and then like is actually being haunted by one. But yeah, like I think like she's like being haunted by a creature. I believe the pronouns would be she, her. This is a very cool channel. I thought I subscribed to you. We're gonna subscribe to you. Dog Nightmares. Where would I put Dog Nightmares? I can actually rate this one. Dog Nightmares, I would say, is up there as B. Okay, now I actually remember like how you would do the order. Would you say like Dog Nightmares would be first, or would I say Broadside Beach be first? Generally, I would say like Broadside Beach would be, I guess, for be first in this situation. This is a hard one because like, can I incorporate the game even though I love the idea of the game, even though I have not like played it? All right, what's the next one? I don't know. I'll keep it like this. This seems fine. Gemini Home Entertainment. We watched, it's on the watch along. If you're on the YouTube side, Gemini Home Entertainment, we watched the entire series plus played the game that's associated with it. Lethal Omen. I want more of this, which, side note, he's down here as well. So Gemini Home Entertainment and Monthly Grove are made by the same guy. Morley Grove? I know that much. Is made by the same guy. This is on his actual like channel, the creator's channel. I think he's worked back. I hope he's getting there to go back to working on this. If I understand correctly what happened, just like if you're wondering why there was like an abrupt end, if I understand correctly, I think he wants to continue more on it. I don't know. It's been a couple years now. What I remember hearing about what happened was he was trying to get funding for a new PC because his last one kind of exploded, so he was unable to work on the series anymore because he doesn't have a PC. That was like 2 years ago, I think, and he like made this one off a laptop or something, but for what he, I guess, wanted to make, he doesn't have like a proper PC. I haven't kept up with the creator himself on that. That's the last thing I remember actually hearing. So I really hope there's potential that it might come back. I really hope so. I actually really enjoyed Gemini, and I think I would say Gemini is an A. I enjoyed it a lot. I love the concept of the video game as well. I don't know if like, I think the game was more of like flavor. I don't know how much it like actually added to the universe. Cause like, man, it's been months. It's been literally months. I don't remember how exactly Lethal Omen like was associated with it. Like, because it was a game in universe, right? It was a proper like game in universe of Gemini Home Entertainment. I don't remember how it played out, like with the lore of it all, but it was still off-putting for what it was, right? Like it was really good for a type of game. You ever heard of Backrooms Chat? You've heard of that one before? Nah, it's kind of niche. It's really niche. I swear to God, it's very niche. Not many people know about it. It's not like I got a motion picture or nothing, which I went in theaters to see. Backrooms, the movie, I actually really enjoyed. I thought that was fantastic. I have. You have? Oh, don't know many fans of the Backrooms. Backrooms, in my opinion, is also like A tier. I would say top of A tier so far. I really enjoyed what there was of his like of this story. I really enjoyed the movie. The movie was fantastic. I know some people like found it like weirdly confusing for some reason, but as someone who like had like a refresher and rewatching that, it was exactly what I wanted for the movie as well. From watching this entire series like a couple months back, which also like we watched the rest of his series. I think I like if I just like gauge, are they on here? Like I think only Backrooms is on this list, which is crazy that they don't include his at least the oldest view. Right? I think that's crazy they don't include Oldest View, because I thought was really good as a series as well. Yeah, no, it's not on here. Interesting. But no, I really enjoyed it. The movie was great. So yeah, I would say that's A tier, personally. Would never want to go there. I would never want to go here. You know, if I'm looking at all these, if I had to go to any of these worlds, just based on what we have right now, just looking at this, I think probably Backrooms would be the one I want to go the most to, but I'm still not happy about it. You know what I mean? I don't think I want to go to any of these. We got aliens, experiments, killer mascot people, dog-headed motherfuckers. I don't know. Local 58. Mid. It's not very good. Lies. Very good. Local 58 is very good. It's starting back up slowly but surely again. What was it, last year? Or was it earlier this year? Posted a short form content, and then a couple minute like a 3-minute video of a new chapter. Season 3 is how they have it, because they do have a season 3 playlist on the channel. This is coming back. I would also say, I'm gonna put this like this. Gemini is great. We watched these around the same time when we did the watch along for this. Local 58, I like it a little bit more than Gemini, even though Gemini has a lot more going for it, with a well more established story. Well, knowable story, I suppose. But I like the idea of Local 58 a lot more, I feel. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. This makes sense to me. If I had to go choose what world I would have to live in, I think Local 58 would be the one where I'm not gonna die in. Join us, the moon. Yeah, I just don't have to look at the moon. Maybe some other shit. But like, at least as an average human being, I don't think I'll die. I think I'll be fine. Like, I think I'll be okay. Backrooms, definitely dying. Not dying so much here probably either, but there's a high chance if I'm like, maybe I don't want to go to the amusement park. You know what I mean? This could probably happen if I watch a video. I don't know what happened. I might get haunted by this. Experiments, highly likely as well. Gemini Haunt, this is the whole planet. Yes, I will die. Local 58, probably not. Definitely not. We have 4 in a row that I actually know and have watched, which is very cool. I'm very happy about that. That's a rare thing on this fucking list. I don't know why, but it is. Marble Hornets. Marble Hornets is fantastic. Marble Hornets is fantastic. Now, we did a watch along of this not long ago. We spent a good month on it, because like we do watch alongs on Mondays on the channel for online horror stuff that I find and want to watch. Did this as just like a callback. I think Marble Hornets has to be at least top 2 of A. Do I think it's perfect? No. It is very much a story of its time. Like when I say it's a story of its time, in the way it's made. It is very long. It's very drawn out. You don't see that much anymore because attention spans. Not quite what they used to. And like a little bit of that. I should say it's a little bit of that, but also algorithm doesn't like to show those that type of like episodic storytelling. as much. But Marble Hornets is a classic for a reason. Majority of it, like if you're able to boil down the story, it would hold up fantastically. It is a bit of a long watch, especially if you if you watch the second channel with it. Yes, there is a second channel associated with this, along with a Twitter account. You don't need to read the Twitter account that much. The Twitter account was basically like a in-between for Marble Hornets, of just to keep people like, hey, remember, we're still here. Also, the second channel, maybe not as much either, but it was important to know that it existed because it did have foreshadowing on that secondary channel. But it was a lot of puzzles on that secondary channel that was added into it to like understand like story beats for Marble Hornets. But I don't think it's better than Kane Pixel's Backrooms though. I think I enjoy it Backrooms way more, but it's a classic. It has to be up there. It's high tier. It's still talked about. A bunch of old heads probably still talk about this show, but like Marble Hornets is great. It's a fantastic watch. It's just long. It's just a bit of a long series. Like every story beat made sense. Like there's 3 seasons of Marble Hornets. Season 2 was probably the slowest bit, even though it was also their tech upgrade, because that's after they like kind of became established and they had a well-known notoriety at the time. But Marble Hornets is great. Also, going back onto this, because like people do classify Marble Hornets as analog horror. I do not. Marble Hornets technically is analog horror. However, it was definitely not analog horror. Marble Hornets is a found footage horror film. It is a found footage series. That is the premise that everyone called it. But now, like, because like analog horror has morphed into a more hyper specific title, like to say Local 58 or Channel SS or Gemini Home Entertainment, is now encompassed as online horror to just analog horror. Marble Hornets gets thrown under that umbrella, and I'm like, that's technically not true, but that's if you want to be a stickler, and like I'll be a little stickler because it's older. We did a watch along and I have had people come in call it an analog horror, and I'm like, no, I don't. I mean, kind of, but no. It's just the fact that it was filmed in 2009. It was just happenstance that they were using old cameras and mini DV, like the DVI tapes, because that's all there was when this was made. That's what, like, that's why like a lot of people classify it as like analog horror because of that. I'm like, it's just found footage. It's a found footage horror. It's not technically analog horror. Midwest Angelica. So Midwest Angelica is probably one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites of all time. I would put this top of A tier. To me, it's A+. It really, for like analog horror or just online horror, it had everything I want, and it was fairly fast paced. Did not draw things out too much. It paced itself well, in my opinion. Granted, I had to sit on it for a while for that last bit, because they just did a 45-minute movie, but it made sense into the universe that there would be portions of a movie, because that was a part of a prophecy. And I really thought they were going to continue on with the series when Landfall happened, but apparently not. They are making a new one. AQ Studios, I think. They are making a new one called like Hydra Theory. I'm sitting on that one before we watch it. I want to check it out, but we're sitting on that just for more content to come out for it before we do a watch along. There's only a couple episodes. There's a website involved, I think, as well. I would have to do my research. This would be A+. I loved Midwest Angelica. It has everything you would want. It does have a analog horror vibe. It has a found footage vibe, which I have a soft spot for found footage style things. I've watched some like really bad, like high budget Hollywood found footage style stuff. And I've seen like indie stuff, and it's like, if you ever watch Bad Bed, that shit's funny. I couldn't get past the first movie, but that shit was funny. It has all that. It has like the typical tales of like an eldritch horror, like Parasite thing, like Gemini Home Entertainment had that, or like, who was a big fan of it? This thing, or the Tengi virus. It had that type of vibe in there as well in the beginning, more so, with a more like occulty vibe. Like towards like the second half of the show, I think is some of my favorite stuff. The movie was interesting. It wasn't my favorite part, but I had to sit on it for a while to like think about it. I'm like, yeah, that would make sense why they would do that for a story, just to show that movie. But A+. Midwest Angelica, A+. 100%. Monument Mythos. So like it's also down here, but I thought it was in the same universe. The Nixon verse, yes. I thought the Nixon verse and Monument Mythos were in the same universe. I really thought that was in the same universe, but I guess not. I have watched that. I think that is bottom B for me because it's also funny, but the funny's good. Like I find it really entertaining. Monument Mythos is like an alternate timeline of the United States in showing like different stories, but also vastly different styles of analog horror. Like I think there's like one episode. It's a lot of like it's an alternate timeline of like American history, and if like some of the we're gonna have to watch this actually. I didn't realize it was a full playlist. 75 videos. Oh. If like some of like say monuments and other stuff that are very American history, what if like they kind of came alive or like were cryptid style things? It's very funny, but also very cool style with it. It goes a little crazy. The Nixon verse. Yeah, the Nixon verse is part of it. Where did I stop watching this? I have not watched all of this. I'm probably like up here a bit more. I think I was in the middle of season 2. But the Nixon verse is part of it. Why is it separate? Like, that's what I mean by like there's a thing called the Nixon verse in this. It's funny as hell to me. It is hilarious. I didn't realize how long this got. Oh my god. This might be our next. Wait, is it still going? Season 4? Wait, no. He did end it. He ended it like 7 months ago. Did you tease like a season 4 and then just ended it? I think you did. There was like a really funny episode. Like a moment with like a freight like ship crashing at a time when like it was very topical. It was like when like it was like the Strait of whatever, you know, the very important like trading like water canal or the Panama Canal. It could be one of those two. I thought it was in the Strait or something. Got blocked by a freighter. This creator had like it might not exist anymore. I don't know. Maybe he took it off. I thought it was like poor taste. But he had like made a funny like analog horror style thing about that in the universe of Monument Mythos, which is really funny. It had something like that. Yeah, no, it's good. I like it. It's funny, but also goofy, but yeah, also scary, which is it's a good combination of those. Was it Morel Grove? I have watched this as well. Like I said, 4 or 5 in a row. Hallelujah. This was made by the guy that did Gemini Home Entertainment as a little side project. Honestly, I would have liked a little bit more on it, but it was pretty good. I would have to say probably around B. It would be like a B-. It's definitely more bottom tier for me. It's a very cool one of like people being randomly like missing, like getting zapped out of existence, and seeing like media morphing it as well, like old family photos and that style. Very fun style, and also very true to form to a analog horror style. That's very much, which makes sense, you know, because Gemini Home Entertainment made by one of the people for the modern version of that. Very fun. Sins of the Past. Now I have watched someone watch this. I have done watch someone else's stuff on Sins of the Past. Sins of the Past is very much, it's a very interesting one. Like I guess I would classify it because I've watched almost all of it. It's like very dreamcore-y. Like it's so like surreal, but also very cool. It's a very cool series. Is that still going? Because I think they were getting ready for a season 2. I don't know if they're like actually done with this series now. Yeah, it's a dreamcore web series. That's how they would describe it. So analog horror is like, it's online stuff, but definitely not like analog horror. Are they done with it? I guess they're still wanting to work on it. That's cool. Like this is one I wanted to check out, just like recheck out. I have watched someone watch this like a couple years back. It's very interesting. It's very cool. It's very like I said, dreamcore. So like it's all over it's like surreal. It's a very surreal series. It is very cool. I think I can rate that one because like I think just for what of watching this, I can rate this one. I would say it's in B. It's a very middle of the road feeling for me. And B's not bad. Like I think it's great. I don't know. It's like that's where I would put that, because this one actually is fresh in my mind because it's like it's stuck around with me because it's just very surreal. Mandela catalog. I mean obviously It's good. Where would I put Mandela catalog? Mandela catalog, I think it had a pretty solid start of a very traditional analog horror, and then changed it to more of a like film style. Outside of maybe a couple shots in volume 4. Volume 4, I think, was some of the weakest stuff. If I had to put it, I think bottom A. Do I have any S tiers? I don't think so. S tier, I don't know. I have to revisit it. But like Mandela catalog, I think is down here more. It's like I like where it's going. I'm really excited to see where it's going. I don't know. This is hard. I feel like it's a tie. Like I feel like it's a really of a 3-way tie. Because I'm like thinking about it. Because like we watched them rapid succession, right? Local 58, Gemini, and then Mandela is like, I feel like it's almost like these have to be like here. Granted, that makes them all like last place. They're like, I feel like it's there. Like it's just so hard because I enjoyed them. I did enjoy it. If I had to be a tie, I feel like it'd probably be a closer tie between these two and then like just one notch lower because I wasn't the biggest fan of Volume 4. Volume 4 was a little cheesy, but you know what? I think it was meant to be a little cheesy. And that's fine because like he makes jokes about it in later volumes as well. But oh man, the last two, like 5 and 6, I think were fantastic. I enjoyed the hell out of them. Tangle virus, I'm gonna group this up. I feel like this virus is very similar to the Vere harness, but I'm gonna put these, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like these might be our D tiers. I'm not a fan of these at all. I did a watch along of it in like non-cut. Like I've seen everything of it, but with the commentary on top. Like this is what I've seen in both of these. I think it gets boring probably a good quarter through this one with a couple maybe okay moments. I think I'll do that. I think this is a little better if they're gonna have separate things. It just drags on in my opinion, which is a very much of a problem if you like, which is a problem we've actually seen in people that still continue to make stuff that originated with the format that is analog horror, right? Mandela catalog is the biggest example I can give for this. It started off with analog horror, but then it went more of a like a more professional, like typical like film style with a lot more meaning and stuff. Like it got deeper, even like with the last the volume was a lot more, still had the hints. It still used like analog horror styling, but more found footage, right? It got to a point after 4, it wasn't afraid to change it up. That's what I'm trying to say right now. It didn't get afraid to change it up. This, I feel like, got afraid to try anything different with it. The finer details are very much the best things about this. It can be very cool, but I feel like they just drug on. And honestly, these two blur together for me because they're way too similar. They're way too similar. They're basically the same in my opinion. Like I don't see any difference. And I think they're some of the worst. I really do. I definitely think they're some of the worst. Fucking Underwater Wonders, I think is interesting. I need to recheck it. I feel like I watched this whole thing because there's not a lot. Yeah, there's like 6 videos on this, and it's like, I think I also did like watch someone's commentary on this entire thing, like from start to end. They have a website now. Oh, I don't think this is done. It's been very slow going, but I've watched all the videos. Is this an actual website? Okay. This might be just his website. Okay. I have no fucking clue. I have watched these like with commentary. It's a very cool concept that I don't think has gone anywhere, which is a shame. Because like it has a lot of cool potential a part of it, and I'm like, I don't know if they plan to keep, like, look at this, they have this shot. Like I remember one of the last videos is like we enter this. Yeah, there's like a whole game. It needs to be more. But like I think it's like a really cool like series. I know this. I think this is a really cool potential, but it's like, it's just not much there. So I'm gonna have to put it like, I would rank it as C. I would do C for that. Like, it's just, it's so cool, but there needs to be more. Winter of 83, I have watched that entirely. I understand that is a film by a old school YouTuber that wanted to do something different with some classic, like, other people working on it, like really like well-known voice actors. Like some of the people that did like Dragon Ball Z Abridged worked on this film for voice acting. It was interesting. If I had to rate it, I would say, I want to say top of C. I would do top of C for this. It was okay. I thought it was just okay. I applaud the work into it because it's so vastly different, because I think the guy that directed it was very much wanted to make a film for years, and he finally got to do it, and like he did that through that medium. It's just like, I wasn't a big fan of the story, but like it's not bad. This is hard because like the quality's there. It's just the storytelling I think wasn't the greatest. The storytelling wasn't my favorite. I don't think it was the greatest. I would have to do that. Yeah, I think I like Sins of the Past way more than Winter of 83. It's interesting, but it's not for me. You know, sadly enough, I think that's all I know. This is tireless. Is there any more? I don't think I've watched any of the rest. No, that I can like not thoroughly like actually give an opinion on. I'm gonna have to do research on the rest of these. But nonetheless, here's this tier list. My opinions. You can like tell me how you feel about it. I'm sure it's not great, but you know, here we are. I think I'm gonna look up the rest of these on my own time because we are running out of time and I would like to know more. And some of these are hard to find, but I'm intrigued. I really thought I would know more about this. What's the other one? What's the other tier list? Because there's some on here I do know. Petscop's on here, which is funny. That Petscop is on here for analog. It's analog and digital horror. There's only 100 on here. This is newer, but there was like, I felt like there was more weird ones on here. I don't need to get my opinions on ones you know about already. Petscop. Okay, Petscop I have watched. Petscop, I love that there's actually more rankings on this one as well. This is probably the one I should have started with, but oh well. I just thought, oh well, maybe I'll learn some like different ones. I'm a messy videographer, Chad. I'm messy. That's what I do. Petscop. I think Petscop, even though a lot of people like it, I think it's just C. I think that's just meh. Because like it drug on as well. It was definitely a time where things would drag on. It was just fine. It was just fine. Angel Hair. Angel Hair really wasn't horror. It was kind of horror, but I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more than Petscop. I'm not gonna lie. I think I did. This is not rage baiting. I'm not trying to clickbait you. I think I enjoyed Angel Hair more. And also I think it's as crazy as a creation that this is, what Angel Hair did for some scenes are insane. Also very similar to what like Chainmail Chasers did some of the scenes with the smiling dog entity. It gives very much that same vibe, but I enjoyed this a lot. As a larger story, I enjoyed it way more, 100%. Call me basic all you want, but that's how I feel about it. Okay, so The Man in the Suit is actually really good. I would say it's top of B. It is still in that very much a format. Though some of the English, probably not their first language, broken English. Spelling made me very confused on some of the sentences, but it was great. It's a shame that it's canceled, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. So here you go. Yay. White Stag Education. White Stag Education, for how many episodes there is, unfortunately being canceled. Definitely A tier. A tier. The world building feels so uncomfortable. Like it feels so weird, and it was like so well done. It's a shame. Granted, I think the creators of this is working on a new one right now, which is very interesting, more ARG style. It's a shame that it ended, but it was great for what there was. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. We're seeing a lot of recurring ones, but here's the thing, like there's some ones that other lists that needed to be on here, even though they were around, in my opinion. Like they should have been there. Like Valle Verde. Valle Verde, I would put S tier. Why it's not on this list? It was around in 2023. This guy knows weird shit in some of the more popular ones, but in my opinion, some of the greatest work is Valle Verde. If you don't know Valle Verde, watch it. It's fantastic. It's up there as S tier. Like think Petscop in the scope of like making a fake game, but crazy with different mediums, like game mediums as well. Like it becomes different games. He makes fake games. I was told on a comment on one of the recent updates for it, which it does get updated every couple of years because he takes a long time to make these videos, that one of the video games only had concept art. So he made a video game based off concept art that never really existed. I'm like, that's crazy if that's true. But it's crazy if it is. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Why wasn't it not on this list? Nonetheless, Valley Verde is definitely S tier in my opinion. It is fantastic. It is the better Petscop in my opinion. It does a fantastic job. It's a great story as well, and I'm intrigued every episode, which is crazy, even though like Midwest Angelica is like my favorite, but I don't think it's perfect. I think this is perfect. For what it is a perfect storytelling in my opinion. It's very fun, very good. Vibing Leaf, I do not know. Yes, Alex Bale's The Muse, I have watched and then watched like essays on it. This man is very good at storytelling. Like the main theme, in my opinion, is very much Ouroboros, like the Ouroboros, the snake eating itself. It is that type of storytelling, and it tells very much his feelings on content creation. Staying true to yourself, not feeding into the algorithm in the sense that like, oh, this is what people would want, right? This is really popular, but I want to make something different. I want to make something that makes me happy, not just my viewers. This is a very cool story. I would say this is top of A tier, 100%. It is horror, but a very different type of storytelling, because there's like, he has a movie with it that added more scenes that perfected it, but you can also watch the videos associated, which also were like typical like YouTube videos. Like it's really good on a writing standpoint. I think he did it well, but he's also like, it makes sense if he's someone who's been doing the craft since he was a child. Like he's in his 30s, I think now. He's been making things since middle school. He started clubs. Like he is experienced and he's loved the medium most of his life. It's a very cool series you should check out as well. Like 100%. It's very good. Let's see what's different. I again don't know much of these. Pizza Time Pizza, fun fact, I know of it. I don't think I've watched it, but fun fact, Pizza Time Pizza was made by Alex Bell. That was his creation. So if you like Pizza Time Party, that weird kind of like fever dream-esque style, Alex Bale's the dude, man. He did it. He did that shit. This was his newest project though. The Muse is definitely his newest project. Fantastic. Let's see. Obelisk. Obelisk is on my list. We've watched that. We have watched that. Obelisk is very obscure, but I think it's like, it needs more time to cook. So I'm like, I want to say bottom of B tier. I enjoy it, but it's like, it's not great yet. You know, it's still an ongoing story, but very cool. Oh, I skipped over it. Oldest View. I skipped over the Oldest View. Oldest View, A tier. I would do, yeah. I would say A tier, 100%. Game Pixels did a great thing. These are real things that he was able to get the model of. You can actually find videos. Like, he posted at the end of his last video for the series. It was a real mall in Texas that got bulldozed down. This entity was a real replica of a float that was made for like a parade that was in the mall when it got demolished. Like, it's a very cool story. The Oldest View is up there for me. It's a very cool, like, without having to say it, very cool, like very interesting. Totally skipped over that. I did not mean to. That was the last one. Woodlands National Park. I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually placing this higher than you would think. I actually really enjoyed this one. It's bottom of B tier. I'm not a fan of Petscop. I'm just not. Petscop was cool, but it's like, it's okay. You know, actually, let's do top of C. I think C, it's a little rough around the edges, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. Some of the writing was goofy. It was fun, I think, for what it is. And I really hope it didn't get canceled. I really hope they're still working on it. If they're together, if those two guys are still working on it, I really hope they're working on it because it was good. I enjoyed it. I think that's everything. I think that's everything. Man, I feel like I've wasted so much time. I kind of feel like I wasted time trying to go through. It's like, well, maybe I have, and like go through these. I feel like I should just do this in my own time because there's way more or way harder to find some of these than I thought it was going to be. And man, I haven't watched as many as I thought I have. Between both of these lists, there's just so many potentially great series out there that I just have no clue about. Just never knew. In a lot of ways, I think it's valid to be called a LARPer because I kind of feel like it. I love making this stuff, like watching this stuff, but like I thought I knew more than there was actually out there. But it's like, man, how do you learn about these? Are you just part of communities? Yeah, whatever's there, I guess, if you want to make fun of, I guess. But yeah, well, this was a humbling, enlightening experience. We're gonna have to watch a good chunk of these. I will make a list of these. We will do watch-alongs. I'll group up some of the smaller ones, and then maybe I'll do like a follow-up video. I think that'll be fun. Hopefully that wasn't too painful. It was just a little painful, but it was fun nonetheless. I got so much more stuff I want to check out, and more things to watch in the future. Thank you all so much for being here. Hope you guys had a fantastic time on this very enlightening journey that I keep saying that we've been on. At the end of the day, we may learn that we're stupid. It may be not that knowledgeable, but hey, it's about the content that you can steal along the way. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye!